Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to fix one of my least favorite parts of the house, and that is blinds on a metal door. So let's get into our options and what I will be going with. Alright, so I'm going to start by covering the two items that didn't work as well. So if you only care about the solution and not the two other options that you should avoid, go ahead and jump to this timestamp in the video. Alright, there's basically three options when doing this. So let's start off with the one that's been here since I bought the house, and that is just magnetic rod holders here. So the problem with these is magnets fall off and they shift around a lot and they're not stable. So I use this door a lot. It gets a lot of use because this is where my dogs go out to the backyard. They grab these and tear them down. So pretty much these are fine as like a decorative piece if you're not using it very often. But as you can see over here, these shift around when this gets pulled and moved back and forth a lot. These are not as secure as you might want them to be. So after a bit of time, now these get all marked up and it really wears into the paint. And beyond that, stepping back, they're not exactly pretty to begin with. Now granted, part of that is because these are really not well fit to this door, but even these here, you can tell they look cheap. You can tell that they get really dented up and banged up when they fall, which is way more often than I care to admit. And then this one over here, for example, it's fallen so many times that the magnet itself has actually broken and no longer sits flat. And because of that, I mean, you can see how easy this is to move up and down. I actually didn't mean to knock it over there. And there's a reason that that is what we are replacing today. So let me get these down. So this was all freshly painted when I moved in here a couple of years ago, right? And now it's pretty obviously worn, so it's not exactly the best looking. But with that said, let's move on to option number two. Now option two is getting yourself a cheap curtain rod. So for two of these at Walmart was somewhere around $20. And as you can see in this bag here, they actually include little anchors and screws to hold them into something. These being metal doors, that means you have to drill into them to put the anchor in to then secure the rod over the top. Now you can see here, there's a couple little holes in a few places that looks like they were drilled previously, and then of course poorly patched by the prior owner of this house before they sold it and put on the magnet set. You can see there's like a little metallic burr sticking up there. That's from when they drilled in. It got sucked out a little bit, and then you can just tell there's a little bit of crappy filler material both in it and a little bit above it. But the point is, you have to drill into the metal. You have to hope that that section is solid enough and that there's actually something for the anchor to grip onto on the backside. You pretty much put the anchor in and then you use that to screw in the actual bracket. So depending on the door that you have, some of them are actually a little bit solid. They'll have a little bit different thickness, and some of them are just straight up hollow. So if you have a hollow one, you have to use one of those anchors, which means you have to drill a slightly bigger hole. This one looks like they just put a screw directly into it, and like that was probably enough to keep it secured for a little bit. But again, if it's only like a thin piece of sheet metal, there's no real thickness to it, you're grabbing onto a very small surface area and you're loading it way out here with how far out the curtain is dangling. And that means over time, it's slowly going to loosen up. It's going to start wiggling and deforming, and that's probably how this happened. That also means you need to have a drill with some sort of a bit that can handle drilling into metal. Now, I do have those tools, but I'm worried about this not holding up long term, and I'm also worried about these screw holes interfering with where the new brackets are going to sit. So if any overlap exists between these ones and the new ones, that is explicitly going to be a problem for me. And that is actually why I did not hang the other curtain rods even though I already bought them. So with that, let's go to option three, which is the option I'm going to be going with and is probably the best option for most people watching this video. And that would be these, some self-adhesive curtains. These are about $20 to $25 for the pair on Amazon. And it pretty much uses a double-sided adhesive strip here across the top, which means it's going to be flush mounted against this window and also give better insulation. There's not going to be as much gap between the curtain and the actual window itself. So here in the winter, that is extremely helpful for helping insulate the house. But if you're anything like me, you're probably a skeptic about such a cheap product. So let's get the camera set up real quick. We'll get it installed and then show you how it looks. And the install for this is going to be as easy as it possibly gets. I've already sanded down any really rough parts in the paint on this door. So now I'm going to give it a heavy scrub with a dose of isopropyl alcohol to remove any of the dirt and contaminants. And then we're going to wipe up any excess and fully allow that to dry before putting on the adhesive. So while that was drying, I took one of these curtains and then just dry fit it in place to make sure I got good coverage of the top and bottom and both of the sides. And once I was really happy with the positioning of it, I went ahead and put that to the side, took the adhesive strip, and then placed it on the door based on where it lined up to that curtain. I do a lot of DIY projects, so I can do this by eye at this point, but if you're newer at this, I really recommend measuring down from the top to make sure you're even on one side versus the other, and then marking that location with a pencil. Because if you have two doorways, you're going to have to add the other strip to the other doorway. You do want those to be spaced relatively even from one to the other. But go ahead and press those on firmly to give them some nice good adhesion, and then once you hang up the curtains, use a pair of scissors to trim off any excess Velcro that's hanging out on either end to really clean up the look. Alright, so start to finish, literally only a couple of minutes to get these up. No cutting, no drilling, no real mess. The only thing you have to do is use a pair of scissors to try to cut the actual backer piece to length so that way it's not hanging out on the edges. That'll just give you a little bit more of a clean install. Other than that, stepping back a little bit here, that looks a lot better than the old ones did. You can see it's a lot tighter to the door like I said it would be earlier. That way it's actually insulating and blocking light better if that's what you're trying to do. And to give you an idea of how much better this blocks light, here's a jump back to the prior setup, which is taken literally minutes before. Night and day difference between the two. And if you're like me, you have pets, this one doesn't hang down as much at the bottom, so there's less chance a pet is going to grab it and rip it off of the walls. Even then, if it does get pulled, it's Velcro. It goes back on. It's not a big deal. So now let's just do a final test where we roll these up real quick because that is one of the things that these do. We'll see how that looks. But other than that, these are probably the easiest solution that you are going to find. This is probably the one place I think this falls short, right? Is when these are up, these just kind of have a droopy, weird handlebar mustache look to them. I'm sure there's a way that you could kind of do this a little bit neater. These are, again, just kind of Velcroed in place as straps, but I'm sure that that is not the primary concern you have when you're actually buying something like this. At least in my case, I bought these to block the light and to insulate these windows a little better than what my previous setup was doing. So these are never going to live in this position for me, but getting them up, putting them back down, extremely simple. Is there a way to fold these up a little bit more neatly? Probably. Have I figured it out yet? No, because I've literally owned these and had them installed for the length of this video. But that said, for what I'm trying to do, a block light and get better insulation, I mean, you're not gonna get anything that's more flush mounted and does a better job than something like this. But there you have it. Those are the three options you really have for mounting blinds on a metal door. I think from a functionality and looks perspective, these are much better than anything else that is remotely close in price, and at some point in the future I might put a comment below to say how they've held up over time. Full disclosure, I've had these on for about 2 years now and they have still held up great. I've had no issues with peeling, they still block the light perfectly, and honestly, especially for this price point, absolutely zero complaints. But that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.